Welcome to another edition of Papa's Perspective, brought to you by Bob's Discount Furniture, the official furniture store and mattress partner of the New York Giants. And we welcome you into the Hackensack Meridian Health podcast studio. Keep getting better. And we are joined by Super Bowl champion Richie Seubert, who joins us here on the show. Rich, how are you?
I am awesome, Bob. Thanks for having me. It's great to be back.
Every time you walk into the building, you look like you've been rejuvenated. Do you really miss it that much?
I love seeing you guys, right? I love coming through here, seeing the guys that were here when I was here, saying hi, being around. It's cool, right? This is where I spent 10 years, so this has got a special place in my heart.
Let's talk about this 10 years because, there's first-round draft picks, and then there's guys that sign as free agents. Obviously, you were a free agent out of Western Illinois. Just explain what it was like trying to make an NFL roster for the first time.
It was tough, right? I think you just go really hard and you don't worry about it and you do the best you can and hopefully somebody notices you. But it's every year, right? It's not year one, right? Think back every year, not you, but the media had me out of here, right? So I just want to prove people wrong and just keep fighting and playing with your buddies. And it's a sport that I love to play. So why not give it everything you have?
When you think about what's after 2011 and the new CBA, where there's no longer two-a-days and padded practices, I mean, you were able to take advantage of the old situation. I would think it's a little bit harder for guys now that are undrafted free agents like you were to come in and try to command respect because the reps are so limited.
I would want to be here. I don't know how I don't know how they do it now, right? When I was a rookie, my first 10 years, right? We were here the entire offseason working together as a unit. We made our hay in the spring, right? The season got over. We took a 2-week vacation, and then we were back here doing drills, not practicing, but doing drills with your linemen. The coach would be out in the bubble. Mouse had us out in the bubble those first couple of years doing stuff. It'd be tough to learn with a limited amount of time in the offseason.
Take me to 2002 because, you make the roster, you make the team in 01, undrafted, and now you start all 16 games. What was that like for you, knowing where you came from to receive that opportunity?
It was obviously pretty cool. Jim McNally got me ready to play. I think that O-line group with Luke, myself, Whittle, Bober, and Rosenthal, we were all very similar to each other. Luke was a first-round pick. Rosie was a second or third-round pick. But me, Whittle, and Bober were all free agents. We had great older guys the year prior to learn from, in Glenn Parker and Ron Stone and Lomas Brown, to teach us how to be professionals. But we played well as a unit, right? We weren't the best unit on the field, but we loved the game of football, and we played for each other. And I think that goes a long ways.
I know it's a sore spot with Giants fans, but because that 2002 team, I thought could have gone to the Super Bowl. I thought that team was fantastic. When you watch, if you ever see it on NFL Network, had they not called pass interference on you in the end zone?
I don't know, but thanks for bringing up bad memories. You're up by a few points. You end up losing a game in the playoffs, and you don't have many opportunities like that throughout your career or throughout the organization's history, right? It was pass interference. They came out the next day and said it was. I believe there was somebody else on our team that was running down the field that wasn't supposed to be running down the field, so it should have been offsetting penalties, re-kick. I always say I could have been David Tyree before David Tyree's catch. I catch that ball and score, right?
Yeah.
I got commercials, I got TV deals, I got shoe deals. I got a lot of stuff going on for me. So being pulled down at the 2-yard line before the ball got there, that was pass interference.
So here you are, a starter in your second year in the league as an undrafted free agent, and then catastrophe strikes in 2003, and you suffer this severe injury that cost you the entire 04 season. But you make it back. Now there's a coaching change, so Coach Coughlin's here. Coach Flaherty is now the offensive line coach. What was that like for you, trying to now earn their respect after Coach McNally and Coach Fossil were no longer here?
I just wanted an opportunity to prove myself. I remember those were pretty dark days, right? That year and a half when I was rehabbing. Thank goodness we had Ronnie Barnes, Lee Weiss, Byron Hansen was here, Steve Kennelly. That
All
first,
still here.
they're all still here, right? Good people. They got me pretty much back. But it was me and Ron Dane that offseason. Coughlin was here. Jerry Palmieri was here. Me and Ron Dane had to come in and lift every day because we had nothing else to do, right? Ron was on the get in shape diet.
Right.
And I was on the rehab diet to get my leg right to play football. But that was it for like the first month and a half before he started hiring his staff. And Jerry Palmieri kicked my ass, right? Can I say that on here?
Yes, you can.
Right. Jerry Palmieri kicked my butt. And I remember Coach Coughlin, he was the only coach. He would walk by and not even say boo to me. So I was like, oh, this is going to be tough. But my teammates had my back. Ronnie and Byron and Steve and Lee, right? They all pushed me, and I found a way back out there.
So you get back in 05, and now suddenly you're a starter, and you're a full-time starter in 07. You started 3 games in 06. The bond that you guys formed, because I notice even today, like last year with the 100-year anniversary, you guys still, to take a picture, line up the same way.
Yeah, on our tippy toes, lined up in the same positions that we played. We're buddies. We're friends. We love each other, right? Like most of us have families. We get along. We go out to dinner. We hang out. We don't do it enough because our lives have all taken us in different directions. But they're your buddies. Like if you worked out with your buddies every single day from when the season got over until the season started, and you went to breakfast together and you ate together and you did everything but sleep together, you're going to play for each other. And we had a lot of fun together.
So let's talk about life after football, because a lot of players try to find their space, try to find where they fit in. I talked with Henry Hynoski, and he tried being in the personnel department, and he loved it, but he felt like a higher calling, so he got involved in education, and now he's a principal in a high school. You've become one of the best high school football coaches in the state of New Jersey. Was that ever really part of the plan?
No. I didn't know what I wanted to do. I just knew that football is really the only thing I ever did, right? I wasn't the best student in college. I went to class, but I wasn't the best student. I didn't like going to class. But I loved football, and I wanted to be part of the game. So it was either try to get into coaching at a higher level and not see your family, or coach high school football and have more time to be with your family. And having 3 kids, having 2 boys that played football, I always said I don't need to coach my kids, but I need to be able to watch my kids play. So to be able to coach my 2 sons for their 4 years of high school was special for me. I've coached before they were there, and now I'm coaching after they both left. I'm glad I got into coaching high school football. I love giving back to the game. I love hopefully doing it the right way, right? Pushing these kids to the max, but being fair to them, being honest, and trying to give our team the most successful chance to be successful on Friday nights. Coaching is harder than playing. And I think high school coaching is probably the hardest level to coach, because we don't get the athletes 12 hours a day or 8 hours a day. We have 3 hours of practice, and that's it. That's film, lifting, and practicing. So we get a lot accomplished. I went Watchung Hills down in Warren, New Jersey. I love my coaching staff. I think that makes it easy for me. I have way too many coaches, but we have fun together, and the kids see that, and they have fun together, and we just try to enjoy the game of football together as a group.
What do you find yourself, like any person that is influenced by important people, do you find yourself repeating phrases that your coaches hit you with constantly?
Mostly Coach Coughlin's quotes. I think I bugged people here. I'm like, hey, can you send me all the quotes? Because Coach Coughlin was a quote guy. Like, we'd sit in meetings and he'd read off quotes nonstop, and a lot of them hit home. So I had them sent to me, and I would say I'm very similar to Coach Coughlin and some of his expressions that he's used over the past, right? Team above self, all the team stuff I really, truly enjoy, and I think that's what makes teams good, right? Individualism is nothing in football. You can have the best player, but if you don't have the best guys around them, it doesn't matter.
Coach Coughlin also, and he's admitted this, on shows and interviews and stuff like that, he changed a little bit, right? From when you first met him to what 07 looked like, and then thereafter. What did you take from that, and how do you apply that to yourself as a coach?
I think you have to get to know your players, right? I think once Coach Coughlin got to know us as people and not just as football players, I think that's when the switch happened. And we all have our thoughts on why, but having grandkids helped, and having his grandkids at practice, watching practice helps, right? There's more to life than football. Like, we all want to win just as bad. Like, my high school kids want to win just as much as I want to win. But once you start getting to know the person and the issues everybody has and what they're going through in life, there's bigger things than the game of football itself. So I think just getting to know the person means a lot.
And then mentoring. Like, you're hoping that at some point in time for these kids that you have, I would assume maybe some will go on to play collegiately on some level. Maybe some won't. Most of them probably won't. But I guess what you'd like to probably do is say, man, when they're in their life, to say, man, Coach Seubert said this to me, and this will help me through this situation. Is that a rewarding concept?
It is. And another big reward for me as a coach is I've been there now 10 years, 9 or 10 years. I don't keep track of time very well. But when my former players come back to watch practice or games, and they want to be there and they want to talk to the guys on the team, and if they played college football, great, but if not, it doesn't matter, right? Where are they in life? And over the last 4 or 5 years, more and more start trickling back during the summer or during the season, and they reach out and say, hey, Coach, can I stop by practice to see the guys? I think that's the biggest reward for me as a coach, having these guys want to be back. When I first took that job at Watchung, I couldn't get guys to come back that played there. And now they want to be back. I think that's pretty cool.
What about managing expectations? Because it's, you have a track record, you have success. There's no free agency to speak of, and there's not a draft. You're dealing with a certain collection of kids. How do you manage that?
Just prove people wrong, right? People have been saying that we're not the greatest football school in New Jersey. And I think my personal life, I'm proving people wrong your entire life and your career, right? Playing football. Just prove them wrong. Put a chip on your shoulder and go play. Play the best you can play, and what happens, happens. I'm a firm believer. If you play hard and don't make the mistakes, you can be in every game. I don't care who you're playing. It's all Coughlin stuff, right? Don't turn the ball over. Yeah. Control the clock. But just go hard and prove everybody wrong.
Last year, the Giants celebrated 100 seasons, and you were voted as one of the top 100 players in the history of the franchise. Your whole group made that list. What did that mean to you personally?
It was pretty special. It really didn't. When you called me and told me, I didn't believe you, right? Because there's been a lot of great football players that come through this organization, obviously. But the day that I got to come be with all the guys on it, and you looked around, it was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool group of people to be a part of. Pretty special. I was happy that my entire family got to be here for that game last year. My parents and my sister came out, and my own family, my wife and kids. It was pretty cool, right? I bleed blue, right? Once a Giant, I was a Giant. I was only a Giant, so I don't know anything else. And I love this organization. I love the mayors. I love the Tishes. I love all you guys when I come back to see you. It's special, right? It's a special place.
Last question. Obviously, you've had all the success on the high school level. Now that your kids are getting older, are there aspirations to take your coaching skills to a next level? Or are you good right where you are?
I'm going to say it, Bob. I want to take the Giants' offensive line in the offseason and work with them, right? Because they need somebody to work out. That would be my dream goal, right? Just to be like, I understand that the coaches here can't work with their players in the offseason. Let like some older guys work with them. Like not make them be here, but have them want to be here together. I think if they work out together, you're going to get better as a group. But no, I love coaching high school football. I love watching my oldest son play college football at East Stroudsburg. It's a great spot to play football and go become a teacher and coach. He wants to coach like I do. My other son's going to North Dakota to become an airline pilot, which scares the hell out of me because he's flying these little planes right now, and I'm not going up with him. But I'm taking him to school today because he's going to become a manager on the football team when he's going to school, which is cool. And then I'm still chasing my daughter around, who's 14 years old, starting high school and playing softball and basketball. So I still have 4 more years, and then I'll be old, right? I'll be 50.
That's not old.
I'll be almost as old as you. So my window might have closed to coach like in college or try to be. listen, I loved all my coaches. The amount of time and energy you put in as the NFL coach and a college coach with the different aspects of the game, I don't know if I want to do that. Like, I put in a lot of time coaching high school football, and I don't teach, so I'm at the school every day caring about the kids and the program. But this is a whole nother ball of wax. My wife might want me to be gone more, but
You don't want to be.
I don't know if I want to be gone more. I enjoy hunting. I enjoy fishing. I enjoy finer things in life.
I have a business idea for you, right? So you got the Manning Passing Academy. Now you have this tight end where these tight ends all get to. Why don't you just start like a O-line thing?
So I need like Sean to come with me, or Snee, right? The pretty boys to help me out with it. Like, we could do like a turkey hunting in the spring, like get all these old linemen turkey hunting somewhere and talk football. That would be the ideal thing to do with these guys.
And then NFL Network will come and shoot it, and you'll become a zillionaire.
Sure, be a zillionaire, doing all line play. Bob, thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.
Always good to see you. That's Rich Seubert joining us on Papa's Perspective. It's brought to you by Bob's Discount Furniture, the official furniture store and mattress partner of the New York Football Giants.